You are being watched.
Hello, welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
And I'm Clutz.
And we're back for Person of Interest, Season 3. Last time, nothing to hide. We had Friend Space, right? Wasn't that what it was called? Yeah, the guy was a scumbag, basically. Yeah. But he ended up getting killed.
Yeah.
By Peter Collier.
Yes.
Who was working for some sort of organisation
that doesn't like that people are being watched.
That their privacy is being invaded. Yes. He very much was against it. Yes. Reese also got shot, but his vest caught it. Yes. And Finch reckons this is just the beginning of something new to add to everything else.
Just as we got over one thing.
Yeah. Carter had a new partner.
Yep.
That's about it, really. Right, yeah. This is Season 3, Episode 3, Lady Killer.
Ooh.
This aired on the 8th of October 2013, directed by Omar Madha, and written by Madha Segel. I haven't seen the director before, but Madha Segel is a producer. So
now this is a thing of like, is this talking about someone that kills ladies, or a lady that kills?
That's the question.
Or it could be something completely.
That's also the question.
Different.
Could be completely not related. But there we go.
You saw the actor that plays Reese is in a movie, isn't it?
Yes, Sound of Freedom, which I think is here.
You showed me the picture and I was like, what? And you're like, it's Reese.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's got a moustache. But it always interests me when we see, because it's almost like when we watched It's Always Sunny and then Charlie Day brought out a film. Like, I feel like a lot of the shows that we watch, the people aren't in a lot other than the shows that we watch.
Okay, I thought you was going to say like they're not really in films, but arguably Reese was.
Yeah, no, it's just
because
not
he
very
played.
often.
I mean, he played Jesus Christ in Passion of the Christ, so
yeah, but
it's
just
a bit of a big
not
deal.
very often. Like they're not
I get you.
people that you see in things all the time.
Yeah.
It's also like Breaking Bad. You don't always see, but like the new Black Mirror that's out has got Jesse in, hasn't it? Yeah, so it's quite interesting when I suddenly see them popping up in things now. Yeah, because these shows that we're watching are older as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Like you
they're bound to have done something since. Yeah. Well, there we go.
Tangent over.
We shall get on with it. 4 reactions in the description. You need your own copy to watch along. Just make sure to come back when we talk all about it. Let's get on with it.
We'll find you.
Why are they stalking Carter? Carter must survive at all costs.
Oh, that was a cool shot, because that's the same building that was in the security.
You're gonna blow our cover.
It might be more appropriate for Mr. Reese to have the privilege. Are supposed to be on a date, after all.
See, you need Zoe. Zoe would be fine with this.
She'd just chill. She'd be chilling out.
His name is Ian Murphy, successful investor.
Maybe he owes money to the wrong people.
Kindly uncle left him nearly $100,000.
Oh, a small loan of $100,000.
Oh, a guy who knows his opera and can cook.
Opera and cooking, Claire. Go on.
It's an absolutely.
I'll go to his apartment.
Okay, but it's my turn to row this thing.
See, him and Zoe, you can really see, like, there's that little flirtatious bit. These two, I'm like, I think they could kill each other.
Yeah. I really would have loved it for it to go, like, in a circle.
I think I got something.
It's got a terrible hat.
Because I've lost our connection.
Just went from blue blood to hipster faster than you can say ironic facial hair.
I don't understand anything you
Date changes clothes, his whole appearance, so this guy's up to something.
What's he doing? Maybe he's got a job interview as a hipster. I love this song. It's so good.
It's very clean. I hate when
An update on Murphy.
people's things look like this.
New image, new girl. Guy's a chameleon. Efficient.
It's a lot of knives.
What's this secret chamber? Oh.
And she's keeping record, tracking dozens of women.
Where's he getting the information?
Your typical stalker sites. It's like he's hunting them.
Why don't we just take him out now?
Just because he's a stalker doesn't mean he's a killer, Miss Shaw.
I mean, that's true. Maybe it's just a bit weird and creepy. It's still a
He's got a
reason to
missing
take him
persons
down.
flyer. It's an article you printed out. It was a car accident.
It's a good way to cover up a homicide.
What do you reckon?
Maybe.
Yeah. Would you go out on a date with him?
No.
Wow, that was cool. Ah.
We're closing in on her. I have a feeling Miss May knows exactly where Northern Lights is located. If not, at least we'll know for sure. I'll take care of her. Maybe a few decades in a black site.
Oh my god, Jesus. Decades? That's insane. Hirsch, on the mission.
He is.
Think he'll find her?
Don't know. She can't be that well hidden.
Almost time for me to leave.
Where is it that you're going? Phone isn't connected to a wireless carrier.
God doesn't need AT&T. Proven to you just how powerful she is.
Well, you've certainly proven the power of your mind.
How would she got all that information
Intelligence,
about
no
you?
doubt computer skills. You suffer from delusions of grandeur.
Ooh.
Something caused.
By the time you figure out what's really happening, I'll have transcended this reality.
Why
Oh,
does
no.
your transcendence?
It's a bit extreme, isn't it?
It is.
She has a plan.
Which is what?
I don't know yet. I can't wait to find out.
I want to know as well. Do you think we'll find out today?
I don't know. Probably not.
The former girlfriend of his, but Mr. Murphy uses vanish text
Good for cheaters and killers. What about the girl who was killed last week?
in Wellington. Can't seem to find anything connecting her. Mr. Reese didn't happen to purchase a new collar for Bear, did you? Or this gigantic alfemer that he's eating?
I've been a little busy, Finch.
Did you buy him?
Seems Bear has a stalker of his own. Frequents a club.
I'll head there tonight. We don't have enough proof to call the cops. Doesn't mean we can't set up a trap of our own.
What are you suggesting?
Till we can figure out if he's a killer or not. I say we stack the deck.
Ooh. What are they gonna do?
Are they gonna send Carter in?
She's a bit busy.
I was hoping you could come by the safe house.
Want to give me the headline?
Only that it will require evening attire.
Ooh.
What I mean to say is something elegant, but also
Slappy.
less than
Seductive.
conservative.
Slutty.
Just what kind of job is this?
How do you explain it?
Not bad. Last time I saw you, you were in a body bag. I've been in worse places. So,
Zoe!
You mentioned her.
Yeah.
so where your bait?
Rather a crude way of putting it, but I suppose
The bait.
our target is.
I wish you fellas would call with something that didn't require a firearm. I know better than to show up unprepared.
His face, he looks so concerned.
Nano? Yeah. Dime one of these.
Oh, you can borrow it anytime.
A gift from John.
They're just bonding over
the
weapons.
liberty of creating profiles for all of you on Angler.
I'd like to see that profile.
He's
A yoga instructor.
Preferred trained killer.
And as far as getting his attention, I doubt that that will be an issue.
You'll have to use your charm,
Aw,
Shaw.
Finch being smooth.
That's not a problem.
Look fine, Shaw.
Fine.
Angry. All the time.
So that's
We'll
what
work on it in the car.
She looks angry that she got called
Angry.
looking angry. Yeah. Did you ever think we get these three together?
Nope.
Going out clubbing? Looking for a chameleon?
What are we doing here so early?
Party time.
Here's hoping nobody gets serial killed.
I can drink to that.
Yeah. A police officer out for drinks with
I don't even know what you'd call Zoe, right?
I don't know.
Just a and an ex-government agent.
Yeah, all clear.
Hey,
This
that's
place is a
good.
ripoff. Club soda cost me $5. Nice view, though.
Fusco's enjoying himself. God, I hate clubs.
Mine is upstairs. John's outside. Shaw's ready to shoot anybody who looks at her.
She's ready any time of the day.
Her gun's in that bag, isn't it? You know, just holding up a gun in the air, you know. Oh no, that's her phone. Oh, they're getting their head out.
Yeah, having a fun old time.
Our boy just landed.
What do you reckon about him then?
Definitely a serial killer.
I left my sidearm at home.
Oh,
It's a little angry.
You mind if I join you?
Carter's up.
Sure.
I had to go for the actual working, the actual police officer.
Yeah.
Who's a police. Does he know?
Never know what kind of creeps you'll run into.
I can't believe that they allow cops to be so sexy, though. Should be a law against that. I should know better than to give you a line.
A giggle.
Another line.
Not even a little bit.
He looks a little bit like Todd.
Let me make
Yeah.
it tomorrow.
Like Jesse Plemons.
This is our chance, Detective Carter. Please say yes.
I bet
Wow.
she's liked being out and about.
Yeah. Get a mind off of things. Although
Yeah.
she's got the
Yeah, she had that.
eye. Ooh.
Heads up, partner. Our guy's watching you.
I love how they're all on standby. It's so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Now he's tailing you.
Yeah, Fusco, you're not making me feel any calmer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if someone would say that? You're
Yeah.
like,
He's got his mask on and his cape and his knife.
we're going to put you in bait with a serial killer, and then as you leave, I'm going to tell you that he's following you.
Yeah.
Don't go home, okay?
Where am I supposed to go, Fusco?
To a pub. I don't know.
Wouldn't you just turn around?
Are you
It's a
okay?
ghost.
Yeah.
Jesus, I was scared of Jesus at me.
Safe to say, if he was looking for his next victim, found her.
Well, what has she gotten herself into? Oh, is that right?
I have had some luck tracing the money he received. Actually came from a shell corporation out of Switzerland. Funded by Bruce Wellington.
Oh.
So there's a connection to the dead girl after all.
One of Murphy's SIM cards. Same day as Dana Wellington's funeral.
Sicko was probably reliving his crime.
Wow. That throws in a bit of a complication.
What do we have?
Don't worry, nothing with tree nuts.
How did you know I was allergic?
I pay attention. More guys did that. Find the opposite sex less confusing.
Oh, I've been giving them all tree nuts.
You pushed away a little bowl of almonds at the club.
Has she?
Make a good detective.
You know, it's funny. You seem more like a detective to me.
Well, about that.
Well. I was a detective. Homicide.
She's got a day job and a night job. Is she ready?
What's he doing? Should I shoot him?
Not yet.
What? Stocky mushrooms.
Just the
Yeah.
They're all on edge.
She doesn't have her guard up.
You two have a thing or something? I mean, I clocked you and Zoe right off the bat, but I never thought you and Carter.
We're just friends.
She gets this guy to trust her, and we can finally shoot him.
How long have you and Zoe been special friends?
What about you?
Been too busy saving the world from
So
bad
are
guys.
him and Zoe together?
Guys these days have so many emotions. They cry. They want to be held. I just don't know what to do
Oh,
with
to
them.
be clear.
You're a nun?
I move on. You know, no muss,
No
no fuss.
time for commitment. Get deep into all their love stories.
Yeah.
She's a nun. I learned that.
Password, please.
Oh, what is she doing?
Hands are a little shaky. Would you mind typing it in for me?
My God.
Prescription from Dr. Ronald Carmichael. Desflurane. 2 vials, please. Make it 3.
My God. That's so cool. So, the machine is very much helping her in a way, yeah.
A really nice time with you tonight, Josh.
Yeah, I did too.
Reese is going to get jelly.
We're just friends.
Who the hell are
He's
these?
coming your way, Carter.
All right, guys. Take what you want.
Fortunately for you, Ian, we're not here for your wallet.
Ready?
Ready, ready.
Okay.
Nice aim, Shaw. Ian, are you okay?
A hell of a lot better if you told me who you actually were, Josh.
I'm Joss, I am an officer. What the hell's going on?
It's not lied completely.
No. Well, damn. Oh,
Turning up the heat.
the noise. The music. Man, she is plotting.
I imagine they were hired hands.
Head of security for Bruce Wellington.
How did you know?
We had inside information that someone wanted you dead. Or maybe it was the other way around.
You think I'd hurt someone?
Seen your stalker's stash, Ian.
It's research. Women like that I can anticipate their needs. I go above and beyond.
Research, that's normal, right?
Try it sometime.
He looks so angry.
You're hunting them.
They like it.
Why would Bruce Wellington want you dead? Were you involved with his daughter?
So we've read him all wrong. you
We
think?
have.
We met when she was still in college, and we fell in love. No research needed. Then Dana got pregnant. One of Wellington's lackeys, he shows up at my door, tells me that Dana got an abortion. And he gives me a check, and I have to get out of town or Wellington will ruin me.
Damn.
Dana was all I had in the world. I must
You misjudged this man, Claire.
Did. He was set it up very well.
Yeah.
Father, they all.
Until you went to her funeral.
How can I not go?
Was there a 9-year-old child
swear.
there?
Maybe the secret's there. He was too close to finding out.
Are you both seeing what I'm seeing?
Suppose we now know why Mr. Wellington wants Ian dead. Dana didn't have an abortion after all. What should Detective Carter tell Ian?
Truth?
No point in hiding it now.
No.
Jeez.
How could they do this to me?
Wellington is a very powerful man. Dana knew that a lie was the only thing that would get you to leave Boston. We're going to set things
We're
right.
gonna sort him out.
Ooh.
Take down Bruce.
Take Alex's water bottle and use it for the DNA test.
Going with him.
Wow. I don't blame him, yeah. Crazy situation. It was so well set up to make you think he was like... It's never that.
Thank you for meeting with us, Mr. Wellington.
She knows everyone.
Zoe says you're a man who can find things no one else can.
I need to powder my nose.
I love this stealthy, sneaky music. Oh, they're all doing it. Oh, this is a cool shot.
The hell is this?
What's the matter?
This person, seriously.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
You know, proving the kid is Ian's may not get Wellington off his back.
Leave the messy stuff to Harold.
Yeah, she just does her job and moves on.
Looks like Wellington is about to take his grandson on a long trip outside the country.
Ooh. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Alex has been enrolled at a London boarding school.
So it's over.
A man like this will do anything to protect his name.
Oh.
Ooh.
You might want to get that.
Excuse me for a moment.
Oh no.
But now he's left unattended.
Penguin.
What are you doing, Ian? What's he doing?
Calling to check up on Ms. Robin Farrow. This is her uncle, Harold Wren.
Doing quite well. Although you're the second person to call on her today.
Who was the first?
He wouldn't give us a name.
Oh no, what is he doing?
Called in sick today. I'm Ian. Buckle up.
Already did.
What the hell? Well, this has got off the rails.
God.
Mr. Reese, I believe Mr. Murphy just kidnapped his son.
Ian's birth certificate is in here.
May I ask you something? Where is your grandson's birth certificate? You stole a child from his father.
Well, guns blazing.
My grandson will never know that piece of white trash is his father.
Security will show you out.
Or not.
If you weren't gonna do that, I was.
What do we do now?
I don't think he's going to be happy with Zoe after this.
I just did something really stupid.
Very
At least
stupid.
he admits it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we could do something different today.
Why? You're my driver. What?
Today's the day you find out you have a dad.
Yeah.
I knew your mom a long time.
Well, she gets mad if I come home late.
Yeah.
What I meant to say was that I knew your Aunt Dana.
Oh, Aunt Dana died.
And I know that makes you really sad. Makes me sad, too. We were good friends.
Man.
She used to read me stories.
I wish I had met you a lot sooner.
Why?
He must be
So confused.
Hi, Alex. Here to take you home. First, I need to talk to my friend. Why don't you go buy yourself an ice cream?
It's like, what is happening? What is going on? This is quite an emotional roller coaster, though. Like,
The second I did it, I
Agony.
found out I have a son.
yeah.
We gotta do this right.
It's kind of an emotional, like, it's like,
Yeah.
at first you're like, oh, this guy's a creep, he's horrible, but...
I told you how much I like the uniform.
Another line.
Not even a little.
Friend of mine have dirt on doctors to the rich and famous.
Oh. I wonder who.
Submit that into evidence. Are you ready to be a father for real?
More than you could possibly know. Happy
Yeah.
enough to celebrate over a drink.
Maybe after the dust settles.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward at this moment, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
There we go. All wrapped up in a nice little bow. Nothing else horrible.
Different about you tonight,
Make a great weight's been lifted.
Sounds like your medication's working.
No,
That little laugh she did.
it's finally time for me to leave. There's a government operative who's coming to kill me, which means you and I have run out of time.
It does sound
Sounds to me
insane.
like you're going to escape. How do you plan on doing that?
Well, let's go
First,
into
the phone on your
details.
desk will ring. Then I'll punch you in the carotid artery.
And the guards.
They'll be incapacitated from the desk flaring in the ventilation system.
This voice that you hear, she is do all this?
She sees everything, but there's very little she can do about it herself. She did help me a little.
I was gonna say,
doing the desk flaring
yeah.
in the automatic dispensing system. Closed the vents in your office 2 days ago.
His face. It sounds so insane.
Do you hear how quiet it is out there? Must be almost time.
Ring, ring.
Are you as excited about this as I am?
Yes, I am.
You wouldn't want to answer the phone, would you? Right?
Yeah. Oh.
How long are you gonna keep them waiting?
You promised to walk me out.
Nice work tonight, ladies.
The team.
Night.
It's crazy. We're getting all these characters teaming up and doing all
Yeah.
this together and working.
What do you think? You wanna get out of here? Okay. You're sleeping at my place.
She's just stealing
She
there.
is stealing there.
Like,
Oh, it's a service dog.
Yeah, he's got a little jacket.
Wow.
This is ear. Oh my god. It's kind of eerie and.
Hello there.
Oh my god. What have you done?
Exactly what she told you.
Kill them. Like you said, I've been making progress. You probably should run. Pardon me.
Damn. My god. She's so calm.
She is.
It's so cool. I just can't imagine what's going through his mind.
Did you
God
really think she
damn.
would abandon me? Really? Even this guy? Guess you're the boss.
Oh, I really hope that she was going to kill him then, to be honest.
I mean, he is a pain, but does.
I think I really am much better now.
I agree. Definitely. So cool.
You would be so confused.
Yeah. So cool. Ooh, I like that transition.
Finch, what's wrong? Mr. Reese, we have a problem.
A big problem. No!
This show is so good. The title can kind of be a reference to the guy we thought was a lady killer.
Yeah.
And the lady killer that's just
Yeah.
being unleashed.
But she didn't kill anyone.
No, but she wanted to.
Yeah, she did want.
So, that was a lady killer. What do you think of that one?
I feel like the biggest thing that I'm now coming away with this with is I'm just like, so is Reese and Zoe a thing? Out of everything, I'm like, so are they?
Well, you know, we had that episode in the hotel, remember? Where they were like, oh, we can get the premium suite.
Yeah, he's walked her home.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. They're just friends, maybe. That's the biggest
But then
thing.
he was also getting very defensive about Carter as well.
We're just friends.
We're just friends. It's like, alright.
But what did you think of the episode? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, but are they a thing?
Yeah, but I've gone through that. You enjoyed it though. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good episode. Like
We got Root, because last episode we said we didn't get any Root.
No, we didn't. Yeah, so yeah, good to go back to that. Didn't have to wait that long. Usually, like sometimes you have to wait.
Yeah, a bit
ages.
sad that she didn't kill someone.
The machine told her not to.
I know, I just don't like him. I'm like,
Well, Hirsch. I mean, yeah, he works for the government, but I mean, at the same time, Reese used to work for the government. Shaw used to work for the government.
Yeah.
So they're just doing what they think's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he is a bit of a. I don't hate him. Like,
Do you know?
he's like. I don't know. He's kind of an interesting character, in my opinion. Like, he's very efficient at what he does, is what makes me interested in him, I guess. But not efficient enough for the machine.
No.
But we started off on a rowboat.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Shaw wanted to row.
Shaw and Reese, yeah. Shaw really wanted to row. And then Finch made the good
that
point.
Control thing, isn't it, with her, though?
But Finch made the good point of, well, considering your cover, you're meant to be on a date, you should probably let him row. Yeah. She's like, fine. So then she's staring.
But then, the thing is, if that was a date in a boat, wouldn't you think it looked really odd to then have the girl with a huge ass bloody camera
taking wildlife pictures
in front of, like, she couldn't even be taking a picture of Reese because the camera was so close.
You can still take close-up photos.
It's a picture of your nose.
Well, you can zoom it out or whatever. I don't know.
It's just so close to that bigger camera that you're like.
The guy was too busy on his date.
He was. But the number that they have was on a date.
Ian Murphy, who, was on a date. He's a businessman. He owns businesses. He's made money that way. He got a loan from his uncle of $100,000, and then worked that way. But that was basically it. Shaw did take over rowing at the end.
Yeah.
But she ends up.
Yeah, because the guy says he's got to go.
Yeah. He talks about cooking for her and stuff like that. Oh, and she's like, oh, someone who likes hot brown cooking. Awesome.
Yeah. She's got a meeting or something.
Turns out.
So Reese goes to his apartment because Finch says, one, go to the apartment.
Yeah.
And then Shaw follows him.
And she sees him get completely changed.
To a more grungy sort of look, I guess.
No, it was like hipster.
Yeah, grungy.
That's what she said.
Hip, yeah.
I think. Right? Yeah. Because, like, she says all that, and then Finch is like, I don't understand anything you just said. But
he's meeting up with another girl.
He's meeting up with another girl. New clothes, new girl.
Yeah.
He's a chameleon. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when Reese is at his apartment. Looks clean. I hate it when apartments are like that. They just look unlived in. Do you know what I mean?
Just because people clean.
Yeah, but it's not even cluttered. Like, you have nothing.
Some people don't own stuff, do they? But, yeah.
But, yeah, Reese is looking around.
He sees
a lock on the coffee table.
He sees an article printed out about someone's
someone's
accident and death. And then he unlocks the thing.
And there's just files
of women.
Yeah.
So it's very, like, I mean, this show does it quite often, but it misdirects you into thinking the wrong thing.
They kind of portray that he could be a serial killer hunting women.
Yeah.
From the files and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's currently a woman missing.
Yeah.
Because he finds a missing flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the plan is, because he uses this dating app, that he phones Carter up, because then they're going to set some bait.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to...
I like how when he phones Carter and she's like, so what do you need me for? And Finch is like, well, we kind of need you to dress elegant, but also...
Yeah.
I can't remember the word he used.
I can't remember what he said.
Because I was just like, slutty.
Yeah, and I said seductive. Yeah. But it was something else, yeah. Yeah, so that was their plan. But we did cut to machine. There's lots of, like...
Yeah.
And then I think it said something about asset or something, but we see Hirsch, and he's coming out of a hospital. Yeah, exactly. And he's basically looking for Rue, and he's talking to Ma'am on the other end. He's like, we're going to find her. I'm sure she knows where the machine is, and if not, we can cross that off the list and shove her in a black site for 2 decades or something, he said. Crazy. Yeah. But we do cut to...
The safe house?
No. We do cut to Robin. Root, talking to her psychiatrist, therapist, whatever. And she says, it's almost time for me to go. He's like, is this what the voice tells you? And she's like, yeah. He's like, your experienced delusions of grandeur.
Yeah,
like
because she looks at the phone and he's like, it's not even connected to anything.
Yeah, so you're not getting anything from it. And she's like, God doesn't need AT&T. Like, you know, she can survive without it. Yeah, he thinks she's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what exactly is the voice telling you? Or what is she doing? And it's like, she has a plan.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I don't think... Yeah, we haven't got to the part of him talking to Carter yet about the date.
No.
Because they're back at the library, Reese and Finch, and talking about former girlfriend's gone missing, so that's
Yes.
another like thing. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
what's going on? So I don't know if this is when they talk about Bruce Wellington as well. It might be where they mention that they don't know the connection between like because he had the Dana Wellington printout of her being killed, and her dad was like this a big business guy, but they don't know the connection yet.
Yeah. But they did look it up, didn't they? Because they could see that his cell phone was in the vicinity.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite yet either, though.
Yeah, but it was a literal snippet, wasn't it?
That was the funeral thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not yet. Because this is where Finch questions about Bear's new collar and bone.
Yeah.
And Reese is like, I've been a bit busy. It's not me.
Yeah.
And that's when Reese is like, wow, I'm going to get Carter. We need to stack the deck because we need to get people,
Yeah.
like, get our cards out, see what we got,
Yeah.
and then see if we can attract him by doing that.
Oh, that's when he calls
Yes,
Carter.
so that's when he calls Carter. And because she, like, Finch is like, well, if you're bored of, like, arresting people on DUIs or whatever it is, I've got a job for you. And she's like, what is it exactly? And that's when he tells her to dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet us at the safe house.
Yeah. Which is the same safe house, as we've seen
Yeah.
a lot.
Anyway, we're at the safe house.
And Shaw and Carter are all dressed up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very, like, leather-looking outfits.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe that's what he's into.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very
And then
fancy.
Zoe walks in as well.
Yeah.
Which you did mention Zoe earlier.
Yeah,
so.
I had felt like we hadn't seen it.
That's
before.
why I also tried not to let you read the description, because it says they enlist the help of Carter Shaw and Zoe Morgan. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll keep that little secret. But they're bonding over weapons is what I wrote,
Yeah.
because they're all like, well,
They
I've
say
got my
something
weapon.
about... Or just Finch say something about not killing someone.
I think it's more like...
And then, I think, because then Carter's a bit like, wait. And then Reese is like, please tell me you are...
You got your sidearm or your
Yeah.
arm or whatever.
And then she's like,
I
of
know
course.
better than to...
Yeah,
not
and then
command.
that's when Shaw is like, oh look, and she's like, oh, you got the new animal.
You got the
and it's
nano,
like,
oh,
what is going on?
yeah.
And I like how Zoe's just like, taser.
John
No,
got
like,
it for me.
oh.
Present from John. Yeah, so I like it, seeing these three people,
Yeah.
characters, like, you get the interactions of characters that wouldn't usually interact, which is cool. Yeah. This is where they speak about Shaw is really funny. It's like, they show her the
the dating
profile.
apps all downloaded.
She's like a yoga instructor? Like, really?
Yeah, that's what he likes.
Yeah. We couldn't put like
Trained
ex-assassin
killer.
or trained killer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then they talk about her looking angry.
Yeah.
And she looks even more angry that they said that. Yeah, it's really funny. Because she does always look angry.
Yeah, she does.
So, yeah. So, they're at the club.
Yes.
They get there really early.
Yeah, because then Zoe says, manager told me he doesn't get here till midnight usually. And they're like, why are we 2 hours early then?
Well,
And
I'm
she's
not...
like, let's have some fun.
Yeah, I'm not letting...
We deserve this.
Exactly. This crazy operation we're on, not gonna not have a good night beforehand in case it all goes pear-shaped.
They open some champagne.
But
and then
Shaw's not after
Shaw
that.
runs on diesel.
Yeah. Fusco's there.
Yeah.
Keeping a lookout.
Well,
Rip off $5 on Club Soda.
Is he keeping a lookout?
He does a pretty good job, I will say,
Yeah, I
afterwards.
guess so.
But he is looking...
He is
he's a bit
looking out as
distracted.
well.
Yeah. Reese is outside, so they got it all covered. But he turns up.
And then they kind of all split up a bit.
He kind of sees Zoe.
But he's already got Carter on his phone.
He sees Zoe and smiles her. And then he walks past angry Shaw. And then he goes to talk to Carter.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, and they
They
basically
seem to get on really well, actually.
Yeah, so but he knows she tells him he's a police officer.
It must be.
It said it
must
on
be
it because
their
it said
thing.
something. Don't worry, I've left my sardine at home or something. Was
Yeah.
a little quote. But they just get chatting away, and he starts trying. He uses lines on her.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, is that another line?" He's like, "Not even a little bit."
But then she leaves in the end, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But he's...
Because he says about cooking for us at one point.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, maybe."
And then Fusco and Reese are outside.
He's following you.
Yeah. He's tailing you.
Yeah. Don't go home. She's like, where do I go? And I like how I love the music of this part as well. And like Fusco's watching, and then Reese goes the other way because he's like circles back or whatever. It's really cool. But she runs into Reese.
Yeah. But
He's
he's disappeared, yeah.
Yeah, because they're both like, I think we found out he's picked his next victim, next prey or whatever. See, again, it's really well set up to make you think he's the bad guy. Like, I mean, you could expect it that they
and from the title as well,
they
you
flip
presume.
it on you.
It's like I said to you, I was like, is it a killer of ladies or is it a lady that kills?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. So
you hear lady killer and you would.
Yeah, you feel like with this show as well. You like obviously you got to think if they're the good guy or the bad guy.
Yeah.
And with this one, they go so far into it. They're like, okay, they're either overcorrecting to make you throw you off really bad, or it's genuinely so obvious it is him. So it's a bit like because they went so far with it. I feel like it's quite well done. But yeah, this is when we find out that Bruce Wellington was the one who gave the money to him, $100,000. So that's the connection.
When he was 17.
Yes, because he lost his parents. He's living on his own. So yeah.
Is this where we see Root taking the things?
Root taking
the prescription?
No. We get dinner with.
I didn't realise that was straight after.
Yes. So. Yep, she's basically having dinner cooked for her.
Yes, chili sea bass, I believe.
Yeah. And he's like, you strike me... Oh, no. She says you'd be a good detective or something like that because he meant, like, because of the details and stuff he's mentioning. And then he's like, funny.
Oh, it's because he's cooked her food and he's not put any pine
the nuts. Yeah,
and
tree
she's
nuts.
Like,
yeah.
How do you know?
I saw you push almonds away.
But it was a protective look on your face as if you had like an allergy or something.
It's like, you'd make a good detective. And he's like, funny thing, I'd say the same thing about you. And she's like, well, I was. But...
Yeah. I like how it really like zooms in on the knives to give you that. And he's just like waving around the knife and you can even see
But then he
her,
even walks behind her and then like it cuts to Shaw like, shall I shoot him? And she's like, oh yeah. And he's like...
This is also where we get the great conversation with Shaw.
But right that part, she says not yet, like aloud. And then he's like, well, I wasn't making a move. It's just mushrooms. Yeah. And then we get the conversation between Shaw and Reese.
Yeah.
Talking about...
Shaw asks about Reese and Carter. About them being more than friends, and he's like, we're just friends.
Because like she's like, I clocked you and Zoe instantly, but you and Carter? Was there something there? What do you reckon? Between the whole of all of them?
This is where it stems from that whole saying of like, it always is that opposite sexes cannot be friends. Because the moment the opposite sexes are friends, people presume...
Yeah.
Like, because... Carter and Reese, I'm pretty sure, are just friends.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there is a little... I don't know, but...
They've got a connection.
They've got a connection, but the fact that there's something like almost like more there, and it's like, no, we're just friends.
Yeah,
like,
It doesn't work. Not for Reese as well, the handsome man he is.
Yes, the suit that always seems to be the same, that I'm hoping he's not wearing the same one.
Yeah. I don't know, it looks slightly different. I did notice it looked a bit different. Yeah. But who knows?
But yeah, it's quite a funny little... And then...
Yeah, because like she says something... I can't remember... Oh, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
But yeah, then they're at the end of the thing. Carter walks out and he walks Carter...
No, because he says about Shaw saying... He's like, what are you, a nun? Because she's like, well, I spend like a night or 3 with them and that's it. I move on. So you're a nun or something before that, yeah. No, we cut to Root in the place. Yeah. And she walks up to the computer terminal.
Yes, but she's got a bit of shaky hands.
Well, she's talking, she's like, to the thing. She's
That's
like,
the password.
It's like, oh yeah, my hands are shaking from the medicine. Can you do it for me? Which the machine just enters the password. Yeah. It's like, I need 2 vials of this.
On prescription by this person.
Actually, 3 vials. And that was it. What do you think of her?
Did we see her walk? Doesn't she walk down to the...
No, not yet. No. So, but what I'm saying is, what I was going to say is, so what do you think of her whole... That's literally the picture we got there.
Yeah.
What do you think of her and the machine still connecting like this?
What is going on?
In what way?
I don't know what the plan is with it.
Well, it's the words she said at the end as well, really. Like, did you think she would abandon me? Like, she'd leave me? She's still got that access.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is, though. Because it almost seems like the machine is leading what's happening. It's not Root leading the situation.
Well, Root trusts in what the machine wants to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like, what is the machine's plan here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's cool that she's still
Yeah.
being able to communicate. Yeah. But we do cut to Carter and Ian leaving.
Yes. He wanted to walk her out to get a taxi,
Yeah.
even though she's a police officer.
Yeah. But they kiss. And then two guys turn
Yeah.
up.
You've got
ready
two
to
bogies.
attack. Yeah. And he's like, well, just take my money. Drops his
He's like,
wallet.
we don't want any money.
But then Shaw and her, bam, bam.
And he's like, what?
What the hell? What's going on? She's like, you alright? Like, yeah. It's crazy.
Good shot, Shaw.
Yeah.
Good shot.
So okay, I think it then cuts to Root changing the temperature in the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we learn that. But we find out the two muggers from Fusco.
Yeah.
That they're the head of security for Bruce Wellington, which isn't a surprise.
Why is Bruce Wellington up?
What's he trying to do? But we find out from Ian Murphy, that
Yeah, because really they've taken him to the safe house, haven't they?
yeah. So they're all like, "You're a weirdo, creepy stalker, serial
Yeah.
killer." But he's like, "It's not stalking. He's like, we saw
They
your
just
files."
like to know.
He's like, "I do research.
Yeah.
Like, I find out what they like, and I'm
They
thorough."
like it. They like it.
Yeah, which you can't
Like,
really
you're hunting
argue.
them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you think about that? What
It is
if
a bit
someone had a
weird.
file of you and knew everything about you and knew what you wanted and what you liked, and you know?
It is a bit weird. But then, you know, like if someone took that time and effort because they wanted to know everything
Yeah.
about you, there's that element of it.
It's a bit different with him because he's got
when it's-
multiple.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. When it's in a file as well like that,
a physical file, yeah.
and
locked
there's
away.
multiple women, there's kind of
Yeah.
like, but you know, like if someone was actually that much in awe with you that they want to know all that stuff about
Yeah.
you, there is that element of, okay, they actually want to know who I am,
Yeah.
but not on a paper file locked away in a cabinet.
With all
Like,
my other files.
it gets a bit creepy. Like it is like, you kind of see the intention.
Yeah.
However, the intention probably should have been kind of expressed in a different way. Like,
Yes, yeah. It's weird as well because obviously, like, she's like Carter's like, well, why did none of them last? Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, well,
They weren't meant to.
yeah, that's the point of him. It was just,
Yeah, which is a bit weird as well.
I don't know. I kind of, yeah.
I don't know. Why would you take so much time and effort to learn so much about someone if they're not going to last?
Don't know.
Do you know what I mean? That's a bit like...
Yeah.
It's got some unhinged issues.
But we find out he's not a stalker. He's not like killing anyone. There's nothing. He knew Dana Wellington at school. Met her at school,
yes.
college, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's no file needed, no research because he instantly fell
He
in
moved
love.
away.
He was in love with her,
Yeah.
and yeah. But she got pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got pregnant. You look so confused.
Oh yeah, because this is where he spills the beans, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
She got pregnant. Her dad wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
And then he
So
turned up. with
yeah,
100
said she had
check-
an abortion.
and
His $100,000
£100,000
to disappear, basically.
Yeah. And then he said that he went to the funeral because he couldn't keep away. Like
He had to go. It's
Yeah.
like he loved her. Like yeah.
But when he was at the funeral in the middle of the thing,
Bruce went mad. Yeah.
started screaming at him.
He'd do anything to protect the family name. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
they were
crazy.
like, "That's a weird reaction."
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
So,
is where they
find out.
they're gonna go.
Well, they find out he's got a kid. Like they've got a kid in the family.
Yeah, because I feel like Reese is gonna go and talk to him or something.
Well, no,
to find
I'm
out.
not sure. I think it just cuts to the library of them like
Yeah.
researching because it's them looking at the picture. Because then Shaw's playing with the dog,
Yeah,
and
and
they're like,
"Is this?"
"Did you buy all this?" It's like he loves it.
Yeah.
It suits him.
He's like, his
Yeah.
intestines don't.
But they see the
There's a
picture.
kid that is about 8 or 9 that is
Yeah.
suddenly like,
Now Reese is like, "You see what I'm seeing?" They
Hmm.
covered it up. They had the sister raise.
because she was 10 years old.
Yeah, the kid. Yeah. So it turns out Ian's got a kid.
Yeah.
There you go. So they hatch a plan to prove
Yeah.
that it's he's So they're gonna break in, steal the birth certificate, and then get a water bottle to get DNA.
Yeah.
To prove that he's the
Yeah,
dad.
because Carter tells Ian out on the balcony.
Yes.
And he's like, how could they hide this?
And they're trying to take
They
him away
can't-
again.
yeah.
And she's like, we're not gonna let that happen.
We're going to get a DNA. And he's like, I'm going with Finch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy just finding out all this and then finding you've got
Yeah.
a son and yeah. And they're hiding it from you. Yeah, bad. But they go. So Zoe has connections with Bruce.
Yep.
And takes John along.
Yeah.
Because he's a collector.
Yes.
And Zoe goes off
Picasso.
to powder her nose.
Yes.
But I love this shot of her going up the stairs and then you see Shaw.
Yeah.
And she's like rappels
nice
down.
entrance.
Yeah. And then she breaks into the safe.
Yeah. But there's no birth certificate there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
we can carry on. We can carry on with that part because there's not much more.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess
Well,
we'll cut because
Yeah, because it is just there's no birth certificate. So
yeah, but it does cut away, and there's a reason I want to say it cuts away because there's more to it. Because it cuts away to Ian and Finch looking. They're at the school and they see the kid coming out, and they kind of have a conversation like, "How could they do this to me?" or whatever. But the phone rings.
Yeah.
So Finch goes to answer it.
Penguin, Echo, whatever.
Penguin.
It does say penguin.
Does it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says
anyway,
penguin.
so then he calls up, and it's the hospital or
Yeah.
the ward that Robin.
So I just want to
Root is.
check on Robin.
Yeah.
Second
uncle.
person to check on her today.
Who was the first one? He's like, well, he
Some
wouldn't
person,
tell us any
yeah.
information. Wouldn't tell us his name, so we wouldn't give him any information.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh god. Meanwhile, Ian's gone,
Walked over.
punched the driver of the car,
Yeah.
taken the car, and then drove off with the kid.
Yeah. I like how the kid gets in the car and is like, where is Evan or
Oh,
whatever?
he's sick. So I'm
Yeah.
driving you. Buckle up. I'm already buckled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I wanted to cut to that is because then that's when Finch tells Reese, is like, we got a problem, he's stolen the kid. And
Yeah,
then
he's kidnapped
that's when
the kid.
Shaw's like, we got a problem, no birth certificate. So
Yeah.
it's all kind of like
Yeah.
happening. So then what's the play?
Reese is just like, can I ask a question?
Where's your grandson's birth
Yeah,
certificate?
and he's like, what?
And then, they
Yeah.
all appear.
They all
And
appear.
he's like, I will not let that trash raise the...
Yeah.
He's the heir, not the help or something. He says
Yeah.
like that. And then Reese just punches him.
Yeah.
I like how Shaw's like, well, if you weren't going to do that, I was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We cut to Ian in the park with the kids.
Yeah, just sat there.
Yeah.
Well, he phones Carter, doesn't he? And he's like, I've done something really stupid.
Yeah.
That's when he sat him thing. He's like, usually I go straight home. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
what do something different today? He's like, why?
And then Ian says something about his mum.
He's like, I knew your mum.
He's like, yeah, she gets mad when I'm not
At
home.
And he's like,
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
knew
not the
your
right mum.
Aunt Dana.
She
she
died.
died.
It's like, I can tell you're sad. I miss her. We miss her. Yeah, it's
then
quite a
he
cool
says-
connection because obviously they
Yeah.
have the same kind of.
Yeah, and then he says about that she used to read him stories when he was little, and then when I was big enough, she'd let me read
Yeah.
her stories.
Yeah. It's crazy because they're
Yeah.
both kind of in the same position. They don't know who. Well, they didn't know each other existed basically
No.
till now. So
And then Carter turns up.
go get an ice cream. And then that's when Carter's basically like, look. Well, he's even like, I knew it was stupid when I did it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Exactly.
we've got to do this properly.
The right way.
Yeah. But we got to. She's got a birth certificate.
Yeah.
Zoe knows someone who knows someone
Yeah.
who got this. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, did it actually say him as the father on
Yes,
it?
it did.
Did
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It had his name on it and it had the arrow pointing to it.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go, sorted. And he says something. I like the uniform on you, which is funny because Reese said it as well.
Yeah.
Which is funny considering the short comments about her in the
Yeah.
car. She's like, "Is that a lie?" And that comes
Yeah.
back. He's like, "Not even."
And he's
a
like, can I take you for a drink? And she's like, let's let the dust settle
Yeah.
a little bit. And then he kisses her on the cheek and she's like,
"Oh."
she looks a bit awkward, doesn't she?
Yeah. There we go. So, what did you think of that whole Ian story?
Yeah, it's a weird one in the aspect of they
Yeah.
really did throw you off in a different direction. It's
Yeah.
really well done.
Yeah. Again, I kind of like how, even though it's
Not the obvious.
and even though it's number of the week, we got Zoe, we got Carter,
Yeah.
we got Shaw working together.
Yeah.
We got Fusco. So it's all kind of And
But we also have Root.
we also had Root.
Which is back in the therapy thing, and she's
It's
like,
time for me to leave.
well, yeah, because the therapist's like, you seem different today.
You seem happier or whatever.
Yeah, and she's like, it's time for me to leave.
It's like, what, is that what the voice told you? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, well, I need to sign you
need
out.
my signature.
She's like, yeah. Sort of like,
well, she keeps laughing at
Yeah.
the little like noises and yeah.
and I think he's like, how are you going to leave? And she's like, well, actually, a government agent is coming
The
here
phone's
to
gonna
kill-
ring. Yeah, well,
to
yeah.
kill me.
So the phone's gonna ring. I'm gonna punch you in your artery. It's gonna hurt, but it'll be fine.
Yep.
I'll steal your car keys and then escape in your car.
And then he's like, what about the guards outside? Well, a few days ago, I put this and that vaporizes at
75 degrees.
Which 10 minutes ago, the heating was set to reach.
Did you not notice I closed your vents 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
He's like,
and she's like, it's very quiet out there, isn't it? It must be nearly time.
Yeah. And she says, are you as excited about this as I am?
She's got such a almost like
She's
psychotic.
gleeful. She's very gleeful.
Like,
yeah, happy. And then the phone rings.
Yeah,
and he
he's
like
like-
looks at
and out she goes.
I think it cuts away to it's them at the bar. Yeah, because it cuts away to the three girls at the bar. John's waiting outside because he promised to walk Zoe home.
Yeah,
so she leaves.
I think Shaw's like, how long are you going to leave
Yeah,
them
she's like,
outside
oh
the
fine,
bar?
I'll go.
He said he'd walk me home.
Carter leaves, and then Shaw's there with Bear. He's got his little vest on.
Yeah,
like, you're coming home with me.
Yeah, he's sleeping mine today.
Yeah, but Root comes out of the room. There's a clipboard on the floor. This really eerie shot. I really like how it goes down the corridor and then
there's just people lying everywhere, and she's like, oh.
Yeah, she goes and picks up the phone and the gun.
The therapist staggers around the corner.
She's like, what did you do? Like,
yeah.
And then there's going to be a government agent coming in soon. He's going to probably kill you.
Yeah,
so you're going to want to run. And he's like, what? Like what?
And then pew 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 because he's at the door.
Yeah, so you can hear the beeps of the machine as well.
Yeah, little shoot out.
And she's so calm and collected because she just follows instructions. It's like, whereas he, like, I love the difference between her and Hirsch because even though Hirsch is trained killer and knows what he's doing, he's like staggering around like.
Yeah.
Guys,
she ends up shooting him.
I know what the thumbnail for this episode's going to be.
What?
He's like, I know what the Breaking Bad one's going to be as well. So,
yeah, she ends up shooting him.
Yes, because she's like, because she goes shush and then behind her shoots it. So good. Walks over, kicks his gun away, and is like,
then goes to shoot
well,
him
she
in
says,
the head.
"Did you really think she'd abandon me?"
Yeah. Then she goes to shoot him in the head.
And the
then
machine
he's
is
like,
making
this
noise.
one?
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then she just walks out. And then Finch stumbles in. Well, we see him getting out the car and he stumbles in and he's like, because the guy runs past.
Yeah.
And then he sees Hirsch on the ground and he's like, Reese,
we have a problem.
I think we got a problem.
So good.
Root is loose.
Do you think we'll ever not have Root being an issue? I feel like we had Root being an issue, and then with like the machine and everything being targeted, it's almost like she was becoming one of us. And then, however, we did chuck her in a psychiatric hospital. So
she wasn't really one of them, like last.
But she was helping as well. They all had the same.
They wanted to find the machine.
Yeah,
but
they had.
She wanted it for different reasons than they did.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like she was a problem at that moment because they were all going for the same thing.
Kind of.
Which I think kind of minimised the difference in their opinions.
I guess.
Because she just wanted to free it and then found out Finch had freed it already.
No,
So it was.
Finch hadn't. The machine freed itself.
By Finch putting in that virus. Yeah, but. So then it was kind of like, oh, nice. But then Finch then has thrown her in a psychiatric hospital. So has Finch.
Well, I think it was for protection as well, wasn't it? Because because Hirsch has been after her this whole time, trying to find her. So.
But it's kind of like, is she still going to be after the machine?
Well, the machine has a plan.
What is her plan?
What is the plan?
Who knows?
What do you expect?
The plan is we're going to see Reese and Zoe marry and live happily ever after.
What about? Do you think we'll see more Root next episode, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think there might be hints of them looking for her.
Okay.
But she's on the run again, which she's been on the run before, and then we've not had her for quite a few episodes because she's good at being on the run.
But could we see her with her doing whatever the plan is.
Maybe, but I don't hold my breath on it. Like
We
it would
have-
be like a little sprinkling, maybe. But
We have
nothing.
20 episodes of season 3 left.
Exactly.
So
She's
there's a
gonna
lot
be
to
gone
go.
for 15 now.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, good episode. Liked it a lot. We'll see where it goes.
How often
Like I
do you
said,
think we'll get all 3 girls together?
Probably not. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Could do. I mean, they had a very set
Such
purpose
a good
in this,
team
didn't
of
they?
people. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah,
what
like
it
I said, it was a police officer, it was a ex-government trained killer,
Yeah.
and Zoe Morgan who can like bribe or talk her way out of anything. Like,
I was just thinking, like, so we've been watching a lot of. Well, we've actually been watching all of the Mission Impossibles recently.
Yeah.
And it really, like, this episode, when you think about it, it feels like when, in the Mission Impossible, when they're like, right, this is our plan, right, and now we're gonna, and they're picking through people to recruit into the team because of their skills that you're like,
yeah, that's what I
Little,
like about this as well, is like we get those characters they've set up
force.
and they can bring back. Yeah. That's what I like when we get this far.
We had everyone.
Yeah. We didn't have HR.
Or Elias. 2 episodes now with no Elias. But he is underground, so
yes,
he's not going to be like, "Ooh, hello, here
exactly. So, but there we go. That was Lady Killer, episode 3 of season 3. Like I said, 20 more episodes to go. We'll be back in a week's time for episode 4. Otherwise, in 2 days' time for more Always Sunny. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.